Today we're checking out the new firmware for the Neural DSP Quad Cortex. You may have heard that the beautiful people of Neural DSP, they released finally a firmware where you can use your plugins, Neural DSP plugins on your Quad Cortex. That is a long-awaited feature. Not for me personally, because I was really happy with the tones I got from my Quad Cortex. For me personally, it was more important to get a desktop editor for that thing, which they released quite a while ago. But nevertheless, I tried that firmware, of course, because I own a couple of their plugins too. So here's the editor, and today I would like to show you what you can do now in this thing. And maybe I will do another video where I compare the sounds to the sounds of the plugins, but actually to me they sound quite the same here when you import them. Anyway, so for those of you who are not familiar with this unit, you have basically your effects chain here, and that is a preset which I was creating for my preset pack for that unit. By the way, if you would like to get my preset packs for your favorite modeling unit, get the best high-end tones ever, please contact me. Links are in the description below, Facebook or Instagram. And yeah, this is a preset which which is included in my preset pack. Doesn't use any of the plugins. As you can see here, they show you where new features are included in this firmware update. So what you had to do is you had to install the firmware, which is quite a little bit annoying with this unit because I don't know, it has a built-in Wi-Fi module, which is pretty weak in my opinion. Also, it's supposed to use use the internet connection from your PC if you're connected, like I do now. But that didn't work properly, so I had to get proper Wi-Fi access first, and it was downloading and kind of rebooting sometimes. It took quite a while. Anyway, so you have some new features here in the blocks, and these are basically things which are don't have anything to do with the plugin functionality, but we will start with that. You can see my owned plugins, which are the Plini X and the Gojira X. And as far as I know, they don't support all plugins because to be imported in this unit, at least at the moment. For example, I own the Archetype Patricia plugin, which cannot be imported currently. Maybe they will add that in the future. What you find here is you have the amps that are included in the Gojira plugin. Also you have the cabs here, and the drive blocks, and delay, reverb. So basically every effect block that is included in the plugin. Octaver, chorus, phaser. And here, as you cannot see, but usually if I would choose one of these, enter, then you would see the Gojira mark here for that plugin. But I created some presets with that, using some of these things. So here I'm using the amp, the cab, and the drive block, the Gojira plugin. It sounds like this. Okay, currently I'm in my lead scene. So here you have the amp controls that you also find in the plugin. You have the cab control. Plugin looks, of course, a little more fancy, but that is basically the view you got on the unit screen itself, but also here in the editor. A mono cab. You have also some stereo cabs. And of course you can move the microphones around here. And here we have the drive block. Maybe we can change that a little bit, reduce the tone, the distortion. Here I created one with the stereo. Using the doubler effect here. And that is also something new which you find in the utility folder here, which is the doubler, which you can use now also if you don't own any plugins, because it comes now with the Quad Cortex. I was very happy about that, because this unit didn't have the doubler or widener effect before. Also, they added this doubler feature to all of their plugins. So it was there already in the Archetype Patricia, I think, but it wasn't included in the Plini plugin. But in the Plini X, there's also the doubler, and also in Gojira. And here you can use the doubler effect from the plugin, and also just from the one that comes with the Quad Cortex. And also you can use some other effects that come from the plugin, and as you can see here, they all say plugin something. So the adaptive gate, for example, which you can sidechain. By the way, sidechaining is another feature that comes with this new firmware. Yeah, they don't say plugin, but anything with plugin, that means you have to own the plugin, so you have to pay for it. And yeah, you have to connect to the cloud, and then this unit is checking which plugins you own, and then they're available here. So here you have find basically everything that comes with the plugin, at least the effects, but there are some other things like the doubler, which are additional, also coming with all the plugins, which you find in the utility section. Where was it? I think here. Yes. So we can go through this. The looper X. I don't use the looper. Here you have the VAS. Basically nothing changing. IR loaders. Okay. They added a new graphic 9-band EQ, which is also a nice thing. Added an envelope filter for sidechaining. Okay. Nothing I would need. And these are modulation effects. Nothing new here. The pitch section, you have the whammy. No, whammy is not new, sorry. The transpose feature is new. And the pitch correction. Let's see what that does. A major. Okay, if I'm playing a note that is not in A major, it tries to correct it. So I'm playing a C note and okay, I'm playing a C note, but you're hearing a C sharp, and yeah, because that is the correct mode in A major, the correct note in A major. Not working that correctly. Maybe the guitar is not tuned 100% to 440 Hertz. Anyway. And the transpose feature, maybe one whole step. working. Sounds a little weird in the room because I can hear the string from the strings, the original tone. But I don't feel any kind of latency because this unit you don't feel any kind of latency, or you don't run into CPU problems because it's that powerful. Yeah, it's working. Some compressors, okay. What else did they add? Reverbs, nothing new. Circular delay, okay, what is that? Don't use that unit very often, so I'm not that familiar with the editor, I have to say, but I would like to try out the circular delay. Also, maybe if you try out something for the first time, then after that the yellow mark here is disappearing, I think. Okay. Anyway, we have some boosts, but nothing new. Caps. Okay. The unit came already with a shitload of amps and effects, so basically everything which I needed. So it was everything there, and the thing I was talking about before, why I didn't necessarily need to use my plugins. Here I created a tone which is in my ears at least similar, or if not the same, to my tone in the Archetype Petrucci plugin. And even without the doubler effect, you could use a similar effect using the 2290 emulation. And as you can see here, I'm using a John's 3 amp, which is maybe a capture of the Mesa John Petrucci 2C Plus amp, which they are also using in their plugin. Choose this cab Zilla Custom that came with the unit. But there are also some other maybe Mesa cabs. So this sounds a little bit harsh to me. Maybe we can, of course we could apply a high cut, but also trying to use a little bit more of the ribbon mic here. Okay, here you have the high cut. As you can see, it's quite flexible, even without any plugins. And I can definitely recommend this unit. If to me, the only unit that is even better because a little bit more flexible than this unit is the Fractal Audio AxeFx or the FM9, but it's not more powerful, but it's a little bit easier to use, and maybe it has some features, or not maybe, it has more amps and effects than this unit here, but other than that, there's nothing better on the market right now. And you can get great results, at least I could get great results using only the things that came with the unit, so I didn't see any need for making my tone matches or using third-party IRs or some shit like that. But the plugin feature is nice, of course, or if you own some of these plugins. And I have to say, I was playing around with the Gojira plugin yesterday, and I was really impressed by how good that thing sounded. I was up to this point, I was always impressed by the quality of the Neural DSP plugins, but Gojira was really, literally the first where everything at 12 o'clock instantly worked for me. So here it's basically all at noon. Turn off the delay. Sounds fantastic to me. And here you can see I'm using the Gojira cap, didn't do anything fancy. And also here, crank the level a little bit. The other plugins which I own, which are the Plini and the Archetype Patricia at the moment, they are also not difficult to. They don't need many tweaking. But this was the first thing where, out of the box, everything at noon, something I would rather leave untouched, except for here, of course, adjusting the level of the overdrive to the pickup output of the guitar. So it works great. Also, it was a very fine, I think a very fine opportunity to give away one plugin for free by Neural DSP, but we are of course waiting years for that feature, which was promised from the beginning. So maybe that is some kind of apologize for that waiting period, or also of course they want to gain new customers, which is totally legit, I think. But it's a great feature that you can import these things, makes the unit even more flexible than it was before. It was also one of the most flexible units because you had the tone match function, cloning function, or however they call it, which not all modeling units have, and also great sounding engine. So yeah. Please consider subscribing to my channel, hit like and the notification bell. That is very well appreciated. And other than that, see you.